Welcome to Bigdatapedia. Today we are going to discuss a small project with Raspberry Pi which is connected with IoT sensor and how the data will be transferred via Raspberry Pi in real time. That's we are going to see it today. So we can discuss about the architecture, how we are going to achieve it. So this is the architecture. So this is one kind of temperature sensor. This I just connected with the Raspberry Pi 4 and that will be transfer the data into MQTT broker. MQTT and Kafka is a kind of pub-sub operation, but the difference between that Kafka and MQTT is Kafka having fault tolerance as a log retention period we can retrieve the data, but MQTT is a lightweight only. So whenever we will be receiving the data directly, we can transfer into Kafka. That's a simple way, and it will not be stored any data at runtime. So that's the base of MQTT, and it's lightweight. We can install in any small devices. That's the best use of MQTT operations. So once the data comes to the Kafka to Spark, we will be retrieving based on some different topic name. So once we will be getting the data from Spark, we just inject into MongoDB. This is the flow that we are going to discuss today. And before starting it, I just explaining you the Raspberry Pi pin out configuration for this DST11 temperature sensor. So we will be using Adafruit model. I will be go through the code as well. Okay, but before that we just see that pin configuration. We will be connected that VCC into 5 voltage as a pin number 2, and data will be connected in GPIO2 as a pin number 3, and ground we will be connecting pin number 9 as a ground. This is the way we can connect in GPIO pin configurations. Now we will look into code or code flow. So already I connected and opened it this Raspberry Pi. So this is very simple. Whatever you have the IP configuration, you just providing in VNC viewer. Once you provided proper password username, then it will be open this window. So by default Raspberry Pi having Pi Raspberry, that's a username and password. You just provided. Okay, once connected, we can see. So desktop MQTT. I have the code here as a Adafruit MQTT. First we can see Adafruit MQTT. So this is the code. I will be using Adafruit DHT library, datetime, JSON, and PAHO MQTT client that will help to transfer the data to our environment. And sensor argument that will be provided. This is a kind of DHT11. So this is the 11 is a key value pair. I will be transferring the data, and my pin configuration I can provide via this arguments. So pin 2 that will be returning my data, so that I need to provide pin 2 as a configuration. And finally the data will be get from this temperature sensor via DHT11 and pin configuration, and it will be producing humidity and temperature, both will be transferred, and final flow of this body will be come to this flow. As a key value pair, I will be received timestamp, device, temperature value, and humidity value. These four value I will be getting from here, and that will be dumped and transferred into MQTT client. So MQTT client I will be using, this is the topic name, and this is the host name. I just trying to transfer the data, and that's it I guess. Now we just going to execute this code. Adafruit 11 and pin number 2. Yeah, now it is producing the data with corresponding time. So 10, 21, 48, 51. So every 3 seconds it transferring the data and device name and current temperature value. Now we have trying to change the value in this temperature, and we'll see how it is work. think code pin disconnected. 1 minute. Connection disconnected. So just reopen it. Some loose connection, it was disconnected. So now I just going to execute again. Okay, now the temperature will be modified. Temperature and humidity value will be modified according to our pressure as well as temperatures. I'm giving different temperature value here, so based on that it will be modified. Now we trying to get the data. First we can see whether the data coming properly into MQTT or not. So I'm using, this is the topic name in MQTT. I'm using to retrieve whether it is properly providing or not, like that. So that's mosquito underscore sub hyphen topic name hyphen topic. I just simply providing the name. Yeah, so the same data we can see now. So with the current same timestamp as well as the value will be received in MQTT properly. So successfully we can retrieving the data from RaspberryPi sensor to MQTT client. From MQTT to Kafka cluster we have to transfer now. That's we can do via Python code development. So these are all the sample pseudocode because we cannot remember this packages as well as configuration. So I just noted all the details here. Now I'm going to create a Python code model and implement it. TT to Kafka. So that's I'm going to create a new model now. So that's we can interact with. So this is we needed MQTT underscore topic equal to, okay. And before starting with Kafka we need to start the Kafka cluster. So I just go to Kafka and I just going to execute and start this zookeeper. And what is that, and cluster I am going to start it now. So this is dot slash pin slash windows Kafka server. I think server bat is available and I just connect with config details. Config server dot properties I just connected, as well as override options I can provide with topic. If server is successfully started, then we can do all other operation one by one. And we will create a topic for Kafka. Kafka topic. I'm going to create a topic now. Dot bin dot bin Windows Kafka hyphen topic hyphen create. I can provide this topic name workshop 5 Kafka. Okay, so zookeeper we have missed, we can use that. Okay, this is the topic name, right? Topic, and I can provide zookeeper as a localhost 2181. Create zookeeper and topic name and replication factor 1. Hyphen partitions 1. Okay, topic 5 successfully created. Now we can using this, and before that we just see this topic name once again. Instead of create, we can simply provide with a list. Okay, so workshop 5 Kafka is available. Already we noticed this number. So now we need to transfer the data from MQTT topic to Kafka topic. As of this is as a producer, and this will be subscriber. Once the topic is subscribed, and it's going to be act as a producer, because Spark is going to be subscribed from Kafka. So this is the flow. Kafka for MQTT to Kafka. Okay, I just mentioned simply here MQTT to Kafka, Kafka to Spark. So this is the way we are going to getting the data. So for that we will be importing Kafka. Okay, sorry, from Kafka import Kafka producer, and for MQTT we have to import Paho MQTT client as MQTT, and then Kafka we can retrieve, as well as Paho MQTT we can retrieve the data. And these three we have to use it. One main method we have to return, as well as sending message to Kafka, and MQTT to Kafka transactions we have to return the code. So here for MQTT Kafka we need to using on client, on connect, on message, on disconnect. This we need to write in MQTT client, then only it will be transferring the data into uh, Kafka. So once data comes to the Kafka, we can produce it. So first I'm just going to write a code. Before kickstart we can connect with send message to Kafka code. So send message to Kafka, simply we have be using Kafka producer. we can transfer the data. So send message have to receive the messages, and we can creating a producer in main. Producer equal to Kafka producer, and Kafka producer have bootstrap server. So bootstrap server key argument, it will be expected. As well, client ID and key serializer and value serializer are available. For this operation, value serializer is enough. So 2 is enough, I guess. So bootstrap servers already we have local host 9092 and value serializer. So whatever the data will be received, we can transfer it. Lambda x equal to x dot encode. Why it's not encoding? Convert user defined message values to byte. If not done, call the values. Okay. Import dumps. So dumps help to dumping your data, and then it will help to UTF Refund 8. Okay, now it's successfully dumping your data. So once we receive from the producer, we can transfer into two method. MQTT to Kafka. So this all is a user defined only, so no issues with that. Now, so MQTT will be transferring the data successfully, and here MQTT we have to create client MQTT dot CLI. Okay, client is a capital C, and we can provide So we don't have any details. Okay, let's see. It mostly asking client name MQTT to Kafka, and then MQTT we have to write on connect, on message, on disconnect. On connect equal to lambda now we can see. Okay, client user data and flag 3 is must. So client user data and then flags. Recent code or see the connection result. Okay, flag the value connection refused. Okay, this 4 is must. Recent code properties not mandatory. Okay, whatever we have I just connected and transfer into on connect. Subscribe I guess. And this is the topic name, and this flow we have to connect here. Okay, so once we have created this, the same we can do for rest of that. So same like that, on messages we can connect it, lambda client user data, mm, on message will be client user data and message 3 is available. Client user data and message. Here we just call this and transfer this data here, and we can transfer with decoder. So client user data message and message will be transferred here, message will be encrypted, and now it's decode and sent to Kafka and disconnect. So disconnect will also client user data and RC3 is expected. We will not be using any disconnect. Just once transfer the data, it helps to disconnect that operation and newly subscribe again. So every iteration it's going to be connect and send the message and disconnect it. That's the reason we will be using Hmm, just print job disconnected. I think that's it. So MQTT Kafka, we have write the code like this, and now this send message to Kafka. We have to write to transfer the data from here to somewhere. Thus we have to return. So when once message received, so already we have created some producer. Okay, producer we have created in main method. Always variable come with small only. Send to Kafka topic with respect to this message. That's it here. So send message to Kafka will be whenever the data will be received, that will be transferred to Kafka with this corresponding producer. So corresponding topic name. Hope we have write the code in MQTT to Kafka, and we can do with iteration now. Anything that I missed? Send message main method send message to Kafka. Host detail client. So connection we have to provide, right? Localhost 183.60. So default host number as well as port number we have provided. Mainly host is needed, rest of this is not mandatory, but if you know you can provide. So now it's connected and loop always. So this command will help to looping whenever you will be calling this MQTT. Okay, so main method and the Kafka producer as well as Kafka sign, we can write the code and we can connect it, and it will be transferring the data. We just run and we'll see what will be happen. And before that we just see. Okay, still the job is running and transferring the data without any impact. Now it's look like good, and we can start our Kafka as well. And Kafka, how it will be receiving the data. First we have to note that. Dot bin dot slash bin windows Kafka console hyphen topic. This is a Kafka topic name. Just giving this now. Okay, some argument we have missed. Bootstrap server is a default argument to be expected, so that's we need to provide. Rest of this is not required. Oh my god. Localhost 9092. Okay, now we just run the code and we'll see. Client on connect and none type will be transferred. Very bad. What else we missed? MQTT to Kafka. Client connection is failed. MQTT to Kafka. Or none type object is not callable. Client on connect. Something we missed. MQTT Kafka will be connected and it's printing it properly, and then client will be coming here. None type object is not callable. Kafka producer, Bootstrap server, as well as value will be transferred. MQTT Kafka can be connected. So now it's coming and it's trying to connect an MQTT to Kafka, but it's not connected properly. None type no object is not callable. Client ID none only they have provided. By default is a none only. Okay, this is the object, so we have to call this object definitely. So client ID is not required. TCP transport. So client ID we can provide as a null. Client, then on connections. Yeah, now it's connected. It's sending message to Kafka. Okay, successfully will be received. We have made a mistake here. We just create all messages, but we cannot connect it into that. This is the method that's be just going to be connect this function here. I just stop and we'll see the print output here itself. And now I'm running again. Yeah, successfully we can retrieve the data, the same record from MQTT 4648. We just trying to reconnect again. Let's see, 51 14. Yeah, now successfully the record will be produced. So now the same we can see here and here. We can see the timings 15:29, 15:29, 57:32, 57:32 as well as 57:32. So timestamp exactly matched. So properly the sensor data will be transferring to MQTT. From MQTT to we can get to Kafka, some Kafka API. So this is the Kafka. We can see that in Kafka consumer as well. So three places we can see the same data now. Now we just trying to create a Spark job and getting the data from from Kafka as already we know very well that we are going to do it now. Kafka Spark RaspberryPi 4. So for the Spark session I can create this one. From Spark to MongoDB we need to inject. So till now we have completed. Now Spark to MongoDB injection we have to do it. So for Spark as a subscriber as a Kafka, and it will be produced into the MongoDB. So input as a Kafka and output will be we will be going to store in MongoDB. That's we have planned. From PySpark dot SQL session Spark session, and I can implement that Spark session now. And simply we can create a data frame spark dot read string dot format Kafka So option we have to provide bootstrap server Kafka dot bootstrap servers as a key, and value we can produce this, and simply we can provide another one option as a topic. Subscribe. So this is the Kafka topic. From here only we can subscribe in Spark. Now we just print the value whether it is properly connected or not, then go for the next. Okay, so the data will be loaded into data frame as a df. From here df to write stream, we just retrieving the data. Stream dot format console output mode append start dot await termination. So we're just going to see in that path. So this is the package we have to enable it. So simply I provide spark submit this packages, and I need to provide Kafka to Spark API. So package can be downloading now, and this is Spark 3 that we are using now. Yeah, subscription started successfully now, and execute a kickstarter. Yeah, we don't have data now, it's transferring the data. Yeah, records will be received, but we need to casting it. Just I kill the job. So data will be producing as a value into this, and it will be providing with respect to other output. Now we need to transfer this value output. That's we forgot. Data frame 1 equal to data frame dot select expression, and cast of value as string, and we need to import function as well. Dot functions import star. Yes, Kafka output. So now we just retrieve the data, and before that we just spark context set log level error only that I can mention. Now I just going to run the job again one more time. So spark hyphen submit hyphen version. So version 3.0 preview that we are using here. So just now I submitted again. I hope job is running. Okay, it will come with the slashes. Dot option truncate equal to false. So this data is coming now successfully, but the problem is it comes with this forward slashes. So we have to remove this forward slashes. That we can do with column Kafka output comma new regex replace. So that's I have provided. So this value we have to convert. We have to remove the slashes. Instead of that, we can replace the value as a empty. Now we just run again and we'll see the output. If data is successfully we can retrieve, then we can inject into MongoDB directly. Okay, so both is coming. We need to drop this Kafka output word, but we forget that. Now you can see the output. It is coming with this value Kafka output, and Kafka output new will come with without any slashes. So both is coming. Now we just remove that this column. Okay, now successfully we can retrieve the data. Yeah, now we can retrieve the data properly now, as we can see here. So the same will be received from Kafka itself. So Kafka console also will be receiving the same data. We just remove the slashes and properly we can connect to the data. So successfully we can get the data from Kafka. So now finally we just going to inject into MongoDB. That's we have to write the code now. So here already I just connected the configurations. So MongoDB configuration I just simply connected, and I will be mention this new database name as a workshop 5 RPI, and simply df1 dot write string at for each batch we can connect it, and mongo insert is a function we can write. So that function is very simplified only. Def mongo insert any data frame we can receive, that data frame we can connect and transfer into data frame dot write dot format mongo dot mode append dot save. So this mongo insert function will help to retrieve the data. You may confuse, so I just mention as a data frame. This data frame will be transferred and start and transfer it. So now I just going to open the MongoDB. It takes few minutes. So meanwhile we just verify the code. So mongo insert data frame, as well as it will be request for the epoch id. So 2 will be requested so that we can connect. All the configuration already I provided here. So simply directly just connected, and it's going to be create a new database name is workshop 5, and it will be insert this Kafka MQTT table. Okay, now we can see that. So we're just going to execute the Spark job again. I think Spark job is going to be kickstart now. Okay, now we can successfully retrieve the data. That's we can see now. I'm just going to refresh now. Yeah, workshop RPY 5 has created Kafka MQTT creator, and now all the data properly injecting here. So 10 record till now we have updated. So ninth batch is inserted new record. Now just going to retrieve the data. So 40 record has inserted. So this record you can see here, timestamp, value, device and temperature and humidity. So what are the record we can get from the Raspberry Pi, that will be inserted into MongoDB. Okay, so successfully we can inserting the data with continuously without any delays. So all the data same time we can retrieve. Kafka, MQTT, Raspberry Pi and Spark. So everything in the same time we can retrieve. We can see the timestamp. Okay, so same 45 seconds, 48 seconds, 48 seconds, 48 seconds, and this data. This is the first 51, and it will be received to this MQTT, and from MQTT to Kafka, Kafka to Spark. So this is the flow. So simply I can mention here. Okay, so Raspberry Pi to MQTT, MQTT to Kafka, Kafka to Spark streaming. From Spark streaming to MongoDB ingestions. Hope now you can see. So all the record up to 56 record is now injected. So those record every 20 records we can see at the same time. That will be showing here the total number of records. So hope you can understand how it's working. So better I will share that code everything to you, because last time a lot of queries were raised. So I just noted all the codes. Everything I will share you shortly. So runtime you can do practice your end. That's it. Thank you. Please share your valuable comments and feedback in below, that we will be considered if it is really will help for some other people. Thank you.